Hey there, everybody. How you doing? I am Francis, and welcome back to Corpse Party Book of Shadows. Last episode, Miss Joy was sick, and Satoshi may have crossed the line by entering her house. And last episode was probably the most uncomfortable I felt playing these games, since Miss Joy's fever was so bad she thought Satoshi was somebody else. I'm assuming, like how Miss Joy acted, that this somebody else that she mistaken Satoshi for was this ex-boyfriend of hers that she mentioned to Ayumi in one of the extra chapters in the original. Thankfully, nothing happened. Miss Joy is back to school, back to her teaching job, but as you can see, it sounds like she's still kind of sick. I wonder when we're going to go back to like the present, like being in Heavenly Host, since this is clearly stuff happening in the past. Achoo! Eek! Come on, Yoi. Gross! I just got sprayed. Oh dear. Sorry, I got a real tingle in my nose today for some reason. Honestly. Tissues, huh? Where'd I put them? Oh, wow, did I get that much on you? Here, use one of mine. It's the least I can do. Great, don't mind if I do. What? She was talking to me? May I have one too, please? Let's see. Here we go. Thanks. You guys really should keep extras with you, you know. Well, sorry. Honestly. So, what were we talking about again? You remember we were talking about what it's like to be seniors now? Oh, I know, right. Can it really be just one more year before we graduate? Well, graduation is important. Don't forget, there's life afterward to think about as well. Our careers. Oh, no, I really don't want to think about that. Well, there is a reason we've been subjected to all those career counseling sessions, and it's because our futures are just big question marks right now. Oh my god, it just clued into me what's going on right now. Miss Joy is not back at the school teaching. This is a flashback of a flashback. Like, we're in her past now, and she's talking to, her friends during her graduation. No kidding. What are we going to do with our lives? It's scary. Any ideas, Joy? You have any plans for the future? Actually, I got it all figured out. What? Well, don't leave us hanging. Oh, fit girl, tell us what you're planning. Well, my name is Yoi Shishiro. I'm 17, and my dream is to be a teacher. I bite into the lives of others without a second thought, and I spend most of my time doing nothing important. But I believe that even someone like me can make her dreams come true, with enough hard work. Well, seeing how her future went, she accomplished that dream. So I'm proud of you. Kisaragi Academy, 5 years ago. The cherry blossoms were in bloom, and the rustling wind carried with it the soft warmth of the season. I was a high school senior now, and was devoted myself to my studies in preparation for the day my dream could become a reality. And that dream was to become an English teacher. My grades were on a fence for getting into the university I wanted, though. So my best bet was to score a special recommendation from the academy. We're learning about Miss Joy's past and how she became a teacher. You know, I'm kind of glad that this stories are kind of focusing more on Miss Joy, because when you think about like the original, we don't really know much about her, since she spent most of the game with us assuming she was dead, and then we never saw her again until she actually did die. Phew, that was a lucky break. When I got called to the office, I had no clue what it might be about. After school one day, I was summoned to the teacher's staff room. I was freaking out that maybe I failed or my grades weren't good enough for the school I wanted to go to, or something terrible like that. But it turned out my fears were all for naught. You have no rival in our academy, they said. So if you keep working hard, we'll be happy to give you a recommendation. Hey! Man, was that ever a pick-me-up I feel like I could take on the world now. I'm going to have to make sure I don't let this chance slip me by. So, this trash can. Why exactly is it so ridiculously heavy again? Carrying this beast to the dumpster is going to be the death of me. Hello? Are you the boyfriend that she thought Satoshi was? Hey. I turned around, still holding the garbage can. The voice belonged to a male student I had never spoken with before. I seen him around a lot though. His name was Tsukasa Mikuni from Class 7. I'm pretty sure I pronounced that name wrong. If I did, I apologize. Watch your step. There's a root sticking out of the ground here, and it's pretty easy to trip on. What? What? Ow. Ow. Hey, what's the big idea of laughing at someone else's misfortune? Well, it's... It's funny. It's not funny. Should you be asking if I'm okay or something? My bad, my bad. Oh, you don't have to help clean up. You'll get your hands dirty. Don't worry about it. It's the least I can do after laughing like that. That's true. He's at least considerate. I'll give him that much. Thanks. No problem. That should be everything, right? Yeah, looks like it. Cool, let's go then. Huh? Ah! What? I remember it well, even now. This was my first time talking with Tsukasa, and he left a strong first impression on me. Well, you know that to say the first impression's the most important one. That's really kind of you. Isn't it heavy, though? Not especially. I am the one assigned to take it. Maybe I should... It's fine, really. There. Everything in its place. Thank you so much. You are a huge help. Kiss you around. Hey, hold up. Don't just run off like that. I appreciate helping, but let's talk a little bit. I feel like I should do something nice for you in exchange or in return. I'm sorry, sometimes I can't read. Sometimes my mouth has a mind of its own. Don't worry about it. Your thanks is plenty. Look, just wait there a second, okay? Huh? Okay, Will he wait for us? Making a new friend is always great, but when it happens to be Tsukasa Mikuni, it's all the better. He kind of been on my mind for a while. Yeah, I think he's the boyfriend she was talking about. There we go. Most of the times I've seen Tsukasa before this were in the school courtyard. He spent a lot of time there, sitting alone on a bench. Even after school or during summer vacation. If I happened to pass by, I would always see him there. And after this little encounter, we go on to make many fond memories together. Yet somehow, the image of Tsukasa that stands out most in my mind is of him seated alone on that courtyard bench. For you, I hope Cafe Au Lait is alright. I'm pretty sure I pronounced all of that wrong. Sure, I guess. Anything's fine. Really, thanks. You know, it's customary when receiving a gift to quietly accept it without any offhanded remarks. Well, aren't we a stickler for tradition? We walked to the bench together, sat down, and began making small talk. That courtyard bench was a sort of mystical place. Maybe that's why he sits there all the time. The leaves rustled over your head, and if you closed your eyes and opened your ears, it felt as though you were in the middle of some forest. I think that's why he sits here all the time. He likes that. He's one with nature. And then, if you look straight up, the sunlight poured in through the leaves, and you almost felt like you were in another world. This is the first time I've ever actually sat on one of these benches. It's pretty nice, right? It is. It's lovely. Yeah, it really is. That's why I sit here all the time. Oh, so is that why? Huh? Well, you come here an awful lot, right? Like, even after school and during summer vacation? I sure do. So you must really like this place then, huh? Yeah, I guess I do. Well then, there we go. We were both silent for a bit, but strangely, it didn't feel awkward or uncomfortable or really anything. So, aren't you going to ask? Ask what? What I'm always doing here by myself or something. I figured you were here because you want to be one with the nature. You're always here because you like this spot, right? Well, yeah. Is there more to it than that? Is there some other reason then? Not really. That's what we figured. That's why we didn't ask. So what would be the point of me asking? Well, you got me there, but people normally ask me if it's boring being here by myself, or tell me they don't get it, or say I'm a weirdo or something. Well, we sat here with you, so we kinda get it. It's one of those things where you don't understand until you do it yourself. Really? I don't know. I guess I just don't think of it that way. The way I see it, if you like it here, then why not come here whenever you can? Exactly! Guess that makes you the weirdo then. What? Hey, don't make that face. Coming from me, that's a compliment. I'll take it as a compliment then. What? Calling someone a weirdo is supposed to be a compliment? Well, I mean, yeah! You bet it is. I'm not sure I buy that. Hey, in all fairness, I'd rather be a weirdo than to be normal. The expression on Tsukasa's face was a dead giveaway that he really enjoyed talking to me. And I've always loved the feeling I get when I know my words help brighten someone's day. I must have been sporting one hell of a goofy smile at that moment. Huh? Actually, there's a place at the school that I like even more than here. Really? Are you going to share it with me? Oh, well, where's that? I'm not telling. Oh, it's super secret. It's super secret. It's his happy place, the place that only he knows of. So it makes sense he wouldn't want us to know about it. That's fine. What? Why bring it up though if you're not going to tell me? It's my special place, which means it must be a totally awesome place, right? Yep. So secret, so awesome that nobody knows about it except for I. Aw, I really want to see it. Come on. No way. I can't spill the beans that easy. Besides, the view there isn't nearly as consistent. Laughing, Tsukasa finished up his drink, then grabbed the now empty trash can he carried to the dumpster for me. You treated me to coffee, so please, allow me to take this up to the classroom for you. What? Are you sure? You bet. Thanks. I'm in class 4 if I'm not mistaken. You stalking me, mate? You're the famous Yoi Shishido after all. Oh, okay. I didn't know Miss Yoi was famous before she became a teacher. Actually, I never really thought of her as a famous person. Huh? How did you... You're that girl who always looks like she could be a teacher. I don't think there's a student in any of our 12 classes who doesn't know your name. Oh. What? From then on, Tsukasa and I met in the courtyard many times. We didn't really talk in the halls, but something about that place spurred our conversation. Cafe au latte again? Yep. Doesn't that get a little old? Not really. You drink at least 2 a day though. Right? Hey, how'd you know that? He's spying. He's following me. Seen it with my own 2 eyes. There's a perfect view of the vending machine from here after all. There is? Yeah, I mean, it's right there. Oh wow, no kidding. Doesn't matter if it's after school or summer break. Shishido buying cafe au latte is like Old Faithful. You could set your watch by it. Well then, I guess we're even since I always see you sitting on this bench. What? You're back at that again? Sure am. I guess I just find it interesting that we both took interest on each other's quirky habits. Weirdo. Thank you, you little weirdo yourself. Our conversations in the courtyard were usually just silly. It was like talking to a good friend in class. Shallow but genuinely enjoyable. It's nice to have a friend like that, you know? It's always so cool here, even in summer. Don't mention summer to me. Why, you don't like it? I love summer. Not with summer school right around the corner. That'd be enough to make anyone run for the hills. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm luckily one of the people that never had to experience summer school. I guess so, but we're seniors now. It comes with the territory, you know? The time for fun and games is over. I don't know, you seem like you're still having a lot of fun to me. Well, I'm a bit of a special case. I'm just happy because I feel like my dream might actually come true. Oh? Gonna tell me about this dream? I just enjoy teaching things to people and having others depend on me. Why is that? I guess it makes me feel like a big sister or something. And since I'm an only child, you know. Oh, okay. Well, good luck with that then. Wow, that was about as dismissive a comment as you can get. Yeah, I mean, thanks for wishing me luck, but really? Hey, not like I can do anything about it, you know? Fair point, yeah. Despite his occasional boorishness, I still felt that Tsukasa was a kind soul. If nothing else, he never actually laughed at my dream. And in a high school crowd, most people don't take you very seriously when you say you're trying to become a teacher. Tsukasa just wasn't like most people, I guess. That is a very, very loud quack. The season was quickly turning to autumn. Wow, summer went by really fast. After the school day ended, the senior floor was always a lot more quiet than its underclassmen counterparts. Everybody was off studying hard at the library or with tutors. So one day, thinking no one else was around, I sat down in a lonely corner of the hallway. Initially, I had grabbed my shoes and left the classroom, intending to head home, but along the way, I just started crying. I was overwhelmed. My sobs echoed from one end of the hallway to the other. That day, I had finally received a special recommendation to my top choice university. I was so excited. I just wanted to tell someone, so I told my friend Tomu, but her usual supportive demeanor took on a somewhat harsher edge. Oh. Your friend was not really being a friend? Quit rubbing it in my face. You know, I'm still totally undecided about my future, right? Ooh. Ouch. Like, I get the whole not, like, being uncertain about your own future. Like, I get that. I really do. I'm still a bit unsure about my own future. But, goddamn, at least, be happy for your friend? Holy shit. My expression must have changed pretty drastically. Tomo's eyes suddenly widened and she quickly apologized. So I smiled and told her I didn't care. That's what I said anyways. Well, you crying in the hall like this tells me a different story. But how couldn't I care? Tomo's dismissive words struck me like a dagger to my chest. I'm so insensitive sometimes. I wonder if everyone else feels the same about me. Oh, I feel so bad for her. I kept wiping the tears from my eyes, only for new ones to take their place immediately. Why didn't I think of this sooner? So many people were still facing uncertain futures with no real goals in mind, and I was completely oblivious to it. I was the one with the dream, running around like the cock on the block and blabbing about my successes and aspirations. I wouldn't blame them if they hated me. Could someone that insensitive to the feelings of so many other people really become a teacher? Oh no, she's having self-doubts now. Did I ever even have what it takes to begin with? Well, I mean, of course you did, because you ended up becoming a teacher. And it sounds like everybody that you teach loves you. Shido? I quickly turned around the voice that had called out to me and found Tsukasa standing there. We never said a word before when passing each other in the hall, but he spoke to me that day with no reservations, as if we were old chums. Well, he obviously cares about you, and seeing you breaking down like this, anyone who calls himself a friend and sees you like this would definitely stop and be there for you. Tsukasa, your face is a mess. Do you have a handkerchief? Yeah. Then wipe your face, will you? Okay. Tsukasa's concern and confusion was clearly written on his face. I didn't want to cause him any trouble or worry him, so I began frantically wiping my eyes. Did something happen? No. Everything's fine. I highly doubt he'll believe that. You're crying an awful lot for someone who's got no problems. No, It's just, there was a little misunderstanding between a friend and I. But we patched it up right away, so it's alright. Really, these are, something like tears of happiness, I guess? Yep, see? I just found out I got that I'm not sure if I did it out of respect for Tsukasa or just because I wanted to change the subject, but I cut myself off mid-sentence. I was doing it again. What was I thinking? Not even Tsukasa was going to hate me for being a blackguard. Hell, I hated myself. I was the worst. Just the worst. But... Whoa. Really? He was happy for me? A bit taken back, I nodded firmly. You did it then. Congratulations. Yeah. Thanks. Huh? Thank you. So, what's with the waterworks? Even with the recommendation, you still have to take an entrance exam, right? Yeah. So, isn't it a little early to be crying tears of joy? Yeah, maybe so. I was just really happy that you congratulated me. Well, why wouldn't he? That's what a friend would do when another friend gets good news. Oh, come on now. Sorry. For what? For crying like this, without even knowing why. If you don't know why you're doing it, then how about you hurry up and dry those eyes? Sure. I think I'm fine now anyway. I swear. As I rubbed my swollen eyes, a smile broke through, and Tsukasa let out an exasperated sigh. Then, as if suddenly remembering something, his eyes lit up. Oh, hey, wait here a sec. Huh? Okay. Is he going to congratulate me with the latte that I like? Tsukasa ran into his classroom, quickly reappearing in the hall again just moments later. He was holding something. Here, I want you to have this. Pencil? Wow, thanks. In his outstretched hand rested a short, stubby little pencil. Not the sort of thing you'd expect someone to go out of their way to lend you. It was parked here and there with little scratches. There, it still seemed to be in relatively decent shape considering how obviously well worn it was. A pencil for guaranteed success. Guaranteed success? Use it on your test and you'll pass for sure. What? Really? Hey, it's a good luck charm. Yep, they told me I never passed the entrance exam for Kisaragi Academy, but well, here I am, and I owe it all to this pencil. It is a good luck charm. So this is the same pencil you were using back when you took your high school application test? Sure is. It really jerked out a miracle. I assume you mean worked out a miracle. Not that that's a thing either. Yeah, that's what I meant. At any rate, I shall happily take you up on your kind offer. Thanks. But listen, I'm only lending it to you until you finish your test. You'll have to give it back afterwards so I can use it for my entrance exams. It's a deal! And whatever you do, don't fail the exam. That'll wear off the magic. Right. I can't fail. I got a magic pencil. I took the pencil and nodded, smiling. This time, Tsukasa returned my smile. You're a really unique person, you know that? It's hard to believe how much you let other people's problems get to you. You'll make an amazing teacher. What? For a moment, I had no idea what he was talking about, but then it hit me. Tsukasa had somehow sussed out from our conversation that I was crying because I'd upset Tomo, and he was turning that fact around to offer me encouragement. Good luck, don't let it get to you. Thank you! I hear you shouldn't wish someone luck in times of stress, as it just adds more pressure, but that's why people let tell actors to break a leg instead. But I didn't care. Taboo or no, I cherished his kind words. I'll do my best. Glad to hear it. That's when I really started to fall for him. But it didn't seem like he noticed. And there wasn't really any indication that he felt the same way anyway. I can still clearly recall the events of that day, even now. It was October, the day before my entrance exam. The weather outside had been miserable since morning. Invisibly was all but non-existent. It would be a bad omen if I were to slip and fall on the day before the exam, so I decided I'd wear boots to school, just to be safe. See you later. Huh? Oh boy. Who the hell are you? When I opened the door, I was shocked to see a white-haired old woman lying on the ground, soaked to the bone. I frantically rushed over to her side. Are you okay? Stay with me, come on, tell me. What happened? Dying! Was it a hit and run? Oh dear. The road running by my house was narrow and mostly used only by our neighbors. But it's not like it was closed off to outside traffic or anything, so a hit and run wasn't out of the question. I looked over the old woman's body as best as I could. Fortunately, there were no signs of any serious injury. Doesn't seem like a car accident, at least. Young lady. Yes? You must not go to school today. How'd you know I go to school? Who exactly are you? What? You absolutely must not go. Huh? The old woman raised herself up slightly and spoke hoarsely. From the tone of her voice, she seemed terribly desperate. But I have to go. Today is my last chance to practice for a college entrance interview. No! Just stay home. Don't go. But I have to. The interview is the part of the exam I'm worst at. Please tell me what's wrong. Where is your family? Will you... Will I? Will you go? No matter what? Yeah. In that case, please. Not knowing what to say, I nodded apprehensively as the old woman began digging through her pockets. She produced what looked to be a crumpled scrap of paper. As she was digging around, I noticed that her breathing had become dangerously ragged and began considering an options to assist her. Really, I should have gone back into the house and called my mom, but there was something about her that kept me glued to that spot. I sensed desperation hiding in that unbroken gaze. Well, yeah, she, for some reason, really doesn't want me to go to school, and I don't understand why. You must take this. What is it? A charm. A charm? The old woman clutched my wrist and forcefully pressed the scrap of paper into my palm. Tilting my head, I unfolded the scrap and looked carefully at it. At first, I thought I'd just been handed a piece of trash. What? But when I unfolded it all the way, I saw that it was actually a paper doll in the shape of a human. Oh no. It's the Sachiko charm. Oh no. And there was a name written on its torso. Yoi Shishido. I don't want it. You can take it back. Yes, my name, written plain as day, is easily legible brush strokes. Why is my name on it? So it can protect you. Huh? If you don't write the name of the person you wish to protect, the charm won't work. Huh? Is this going to help me though? Because we've already learned from Sachiko that people who died in Heavenly Host before, they're gonna die again, and their fate is gonna be much worse than the last time. So I don't even think another Sachiko charm with my name written on it is going to protect Miss Yoi here. She died before, she is destined to die again. Sorry, but that's just the way it is. Crazy, this was all crazy. I didn't understand any of it, save for one simple fact. This old woman was here specifically to give me this strange paper charm. Yeah, it's kind of weird that she got here before she got seriously hurt. Huh? As far as I was aware, we were totally strangers to one another. but she actually knew both my name and my address. That's kind of creepy. No. No. I'm sorry. I know you came a long way to give this to me, but I don't want it. You don't want it? As I extended my arm to return the paper doll, I could sense her entire demeanor had changed. Uh-oh. She raised her body up steadily from the wet asphalt. Oh, she's kind of creepy. Why not? Well... Oh god, I don't like your face. I nearly killed myself bringing this to you. Why will no one listen to me? You must not enter Heavenly Host Elementary without this charm. Heavenly Host Elementary? Yes, you must not go. Don't go. Maybe she should take it since her name is on it. It could protect her, but... Really protect her though, since her name's already etched into history to die? As the old woman cried out, the paper doll fluttered lightly to the ground. Almost instantaneously, it became soaked through the rainwater. My name began to run and quickly turned into an illegible black smudge. It's not going to help you now. Seeing this, the old woman grabbed and tore at her hair. Uh-oh. No! The charm! The way out has been lost! Ma'am, please calm down. Listen, you must not go to Heavenly Host Elementary. I think there's been some mistake. My school is Kisaragi Academy High. I never even heard of Heavenly Host Elementary. Eek! Ma'am? And she died. Oh god! Mom, come quick! What's wrong? An old woman collapsed in front of our house. Call an ambulance. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna be late for that exam now. Paramedics arrived in a matter of minutes. The old woman seemed to be unconscious by that point, however, so the EMTs brought out a stretcher. Do either of you know this woman? No, she just collapsed in front of our house. We never seen her before. Alright. Would you be willing to ride with her in the ambulance? No, not really. I kind of have an exam to write. The idea of making this old woman go to the hospital by herself just seemed like it would have been a shameful thing to do. Sure, she was a stranger, but we had a lengthy conversation mere minutes before, so I couldn't very well say we had nothing to do with one another. Yeah, and she had a paper with my name on it. I do want to know how she knew me. You need to get to school. What? But, don't worry, I'll go with her to the hospital. You have to practice for the interview today, right? Yeah, I guess I do. Thanks, Mom. I'll leave her with you, then. Good luck. I was a little hesitant, but I knew I really had to go to school today, no matter what. So I left this strange old woman in my mom's care, and heading towards school, walked right by her stretcher. Ah! Suddenly, a hand rose from the limp form of the old woman and grabbed my skirt. Oh boy. Started, I tried to jump away, but found myself ensnared by the terrible bloodshot eyes. You must not go. Ah! She's really determined to change the future. How does she know me? Alright, well, we're back in class, and I'm actually going to end this episode here. So far, Chapter 3 has been a lot of visiting the past. I'm wondering when we're going to get back to, being in Heavenly Host, but I don't know. Well, maybe in the next episode. Either way, hope you guys are enjoying this. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for joining me. Have a nice day. Bye, everybody.